Okay, we're back with another book haul. I have a problem. So, this is stuff from TikTok and Barnes & Noble, and then we've got Book of the Month, Reveal Book Box, Owl Crate, some Midnight Whispers that I actually ordered from someone on Mercari, and then this is another TikTok box, and so is this. So we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna shove this out of the way a little bit and then we'll get started. I might shove it out of the way. And please don't fall over, please don't fall over, please don't fall over. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this top one, which is one. Actually, I'm gonna scoot down here on the floor. Okay, so this is one that I just received today, and it is The Cursed Fae. So now, full disclosure, I already did open this. I did a TikTok for it, but I tried to wrap it back up, and this book is wrapped so pretty. So first I'm gonna start with all the goodies. So we have we have a face mask, and then we've got some milk tea and some boba in a big straw, and some, well, there's the instructions for it. This is like bath salts, and then we got a couple little stickers, some tabs, got a little pen, some suckers that I'm throwing on the floor. There are page overlays that I've already put in there, so that's kind of like a little guide for them. And then this is what the page overlays character art came in, so yeah. So I'm gonna get into this pretty book. This is a pretty washi tape, and like I said, I did like kind of rewrap this just to do this video, but okay. So The Cursed Fae, and come on, it's like staticky. Okay, so we've got page overlay, some character art, another character, there's another page overlay, it's got a little sword, and then we have another character, that is a page overlay that I cannot show you because it's a little spicy. Got that, and then it's the last one there. It's like arms and it's got vines around it. So I'm excited to read this. It says, Vampire raids, September snow, eternal cellmates reuniting. The signs are clear, an ancient evil is rising. Winter Sable is an outsider, a fae raised by humans. When vampires find her, she flees to Arcane University for protection. But students are dying, drained of their magic, and Winter realizes she isn't safe at all. The prophesized evil draws ever closer as she bonds with the guy who makes her feel whole. His charm hides his secrets, all involving Winter. Will the world survive her love story? So I found this on TikTok, and it seemed really interesting, and I saw that it came with page overlays, but I didn't realize I was getting all the other goodies, so like I'm super excited about this. So there's number one. I'll put all these goodies aside here. Okay, so box number two is the one that I ordered from Mercari. So first off, we have like a little sign book plate, and then we've got, hi kitty, we've got some character art here. Here's some more art. Okay, so then I love the way these are packaged. They're like in this whole styrofoam thing, and then it just comes off. So these are beautiful. So they have these like clear dust jackets on them. So I'm gonna pull these off and show you all the art there, but So we've got, it's the front and the back. And we've got some sprayed edges. They're so pretty. We have beautiful artwork there. And this one's a little darker, but it's a castle. So, and this is from the Mist King series. So the reason I ordered these from Mercari is because on Midnight Whispers I found the 3rd and 4th book was available and I wanted the whole set, so I found these and I paid more than I should have for them, but they're beautiful and I wanted them. So here's the second one. So these clear dust jackets, they just kind of have some foiling on them, and it's kind of like a cloudy clear cover. So here's the front of this one. In the back, we've got some sprayed edges here too. Got that. And then here's the back. I never flipped through these to see if it has art on the inside. Ooh, it does. So it looks like each like beginning chapter page has a little bit of artwork. It looks like they're all the same though. I was hoping they'd all be different. But that's fine. They're still beautiful. And the other ones I don't think are coming until like this summer, so I gotta wait a little bit for them, but that's fine. So here's these two together. That has a real bad glare. So this is the Mist King, of Mist and Shadow, and of Ash and Ember. So that's the first two. I'm gonna put that in my stack. Okay, and then we've got Owlcrate, and this is the March YA box. So this is The Last Blood Carver. Here's the back. We've got some beautiful sprayed edges, and it's top and bottom too. And then here's the hardback. And then on the inside, got some beautiful artwork. There's the back. And then on the inside of the dust jacket, we've got some more artwork there. So this, oh, I forgot. Here's the letter author and the letter author. The author letter and the signature page. So this one says, assuming this is Nika, is a blood carver, a cold-hearted, ruthless being who can alter human biology with just a touch. In the harsh industrial city of Sumos, she is seen as not a healer as she was meant to, but a monster that kills for pleasure. And in the city's criminal underbelly, the rarest of monsters are traded for gold. When Nika is finally captured by the infamous butchers, she's auctioned off to the highest bidder, a mysterious girl garbed in white. But this strong buyer doesn't want to use Nika as an assassin or a trophy piece. She intends to use Nika's blood carving to heal the last person who saw her father's killer. As Nika delves into the investigation amid Tumos's wealthiest and most powerful, all signs point to Vin Koken, an alluring yet entitled physician's aide, intent on casting her out of his opulent world. But despite his relentless attempts to push her away, something inescapable draws Nika to him. When she discovers Koken is not what he, or Kochin maybe? Kochin is not who he exclaims to be. Nika must face a greater, more terrifying evil, turning her quest for justice into a fight for her life. Her only chance to survive lies in terrible choice: become the dreaded monster the city fears, or risk destroying herself and the future of her kind. So I've heard a little bit about this, but I haven't heard like any like reviews yet, so I'm excited to read this. I probably won't get to it for a little while though, so I'll keep y'all updated when I do though. Okay, so this is the Owlcrate adult box for February. It was running a little late this time, so Love at First Bite is the theme. And this is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. and I am so excited for this book. I had been wanting to read it, but I knew I was getting this in this box, so I like waited. So front, back, no sprayed edges on this one though. That was the one thing that I was like, yeah, they could have done something there. But here is the hardcover, and it's beautiful. We've got reversible dust jacket, and this side is amazing as well. I can't decide which side I like better, the dark one or the pretty white one. So the back of it says, I would take anything she chose to give me, the tiniest fraction or her entire world. Is that the same on both? No. So that was on the dark side of the cover. The back side says, they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. They don't know what they're talking about. So this is a little bit steamy. The inside cover, the front cover. And then here's the back cover. Or not the cover, the end pages. There it is. So we have the letter and the sign page. So I'm so excited to read this. I've been like holding off wanting to pull this out before I did this unboxing. So this is like going high up on my TBR next. So I have a few things I have to finish first, and then that's gonna be read. So this is a new subscription that I've got. It's the Reveal book box. It's like a romance subscription. So like I said, I've already opened these, but I tried to like pack it back up a little bit, so it did look a lot prettier. So this has like a welcome to, it's hard to see, welcome to the book club. You've got a little drawstring bag. There is a little like tea light candle, but it doesn't say what smell it is, but it does smell good. We've got a sucker and a pin and a little pop socket. And then we've got a couple little stickers. Let's see, this is Jennifer Milliken. I guess it's just like her other books that are available. We have a bookmark. It says to be continued. It's got little bees on it. So then we got The Art of Falling by Melissa Toppin. And this one seems like it's like a kind of rivals to lovers. The cocky quarterback, and says the cocky quarterback and I have been at odds since last year when he posed naked for one of my art classes. Okay, so he was wearing a towel, but really that barely even counts. Apparently he enjoyed how uncomfortable the whole situation made me and has decided that messing with me is his new favorite pastime. So this one sounds kind of interesting. I'd never heard of it before, so we're gonna try that one out at some point. And then we have Adriana Locke, Nothing But It All. And this one sounds like a second chance romance. And it's like a married couple that they've been married for 20 years and they're having some issues, and they kind of go on this family vacation stuff to... So the kids conspired with their grandfather to bring everyone together for a vacation in the family's favorite summer getaway. So yeah, it's kind of like Parent Trap. They're trying to get their parents back together. So, and then that is all in that box. So those both sound really cute, and I'm excited to read them. You know, I like reading romances, and stuff that I haven't heard of before is always nice, because everything gets so blown up online, and sometimes I don't like the stuff, and then sometimes I do. So, you know, it's just nice to have something different. So, okay, next I've got the book of the month. So we've got, oh, that's just like thanks for who voted for the, yeah, the Lolly Award or whatever it's called. Okay, so the book I got here is A Fate Inked in Blood. So if you don't know book of the month, you get to choose, like they give you a bunch to choose from, and you get on the app and can choose which book you want. And you can do add-ons too. So I did do an add-on this month. So this one, I've heard quite a bit about it, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but she's in an unwanted marriage. Her husband betrays her, landing her in a fight to the death against his son. She's forced to reveal her deepest secret. She possesses a drop of a goddess's blood, which makes her a shield maiden with magic capable of repelling any attack. So, like, I've heard really good things about this, and this is jumping to the top of my TBR. This is another one that, like, I've wanted to pull out, but I was trying to wait until I did this video, so, which I'd been waiting on a few boxes to be able to do this, so that's why it's taken me so long. But hey, the second book I got is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. So, oh, I didn't say who this was by. So this is Danielle L. Jensen. So None of This Is True is like a thriller novel. So it says, when a famous podcaster interviews a stranger promising to divulge the story of a lifetime, secrets emerge that threaten to expose the truth of their lives. They both worked hard to project and protect. So I've heard really good things about this as well online, and I've been wanting to read this for a little while. So that one's going to be kind of top of my list too. Okay, so this box I got from TikTok, and it is Eden O'Neill's oh, what is it called, like the Court Universe collection. So we've got goodies that came with it. Everything okay. So we've got some character art, and the back of these are signed. And then here's the other two. Both of these are signed as well. And then a couple little stickers. And we have some bookmarks. So these, I've seen her like talking about like scenes from the books on TikTok, and like I had to get them. They sounded so good. So we've got, okay, so these are the Court University series. So this has 3 series in it, but they're all like the Court Universe. So this is the Court University. So this is book 1, Brutal Air. Book 2 is Kingpin. Book 3 is Beautiful Brute. And this one is Lover. So these all follow, which this next one is Court High. So these were, I'm assuming these follow the same characters from high school into like college, and then the 3rd series is their children. So this one is Court High. So this is They the Pretty Stars. Trying to get that to focus. There we go. Okay, and this is Illusions That May. Court Kept. And oh, and then We the Pretty Stars. So They the Pretty Stars and We the Pretty Stars. I was confused for a second. So this is the Court Legacy. So this is their kids. So the first one is Dirty Wicked Prince, and this one's the one that like I've heard her talk about the most on there, and it sounds so good. So the second one is Savage Little Lies. And then we have Tiny Dark Deeds. And then I think those follow one set of characters, and then these next few follow different ones. So this is Eat You Alive. And then this one's Eat Your Heart Out. So that's all of those. And that makes it through. I've got boxes falling everywhere. Okay, so that makes it through the boxes that I had. So I did have more boxes that are sitting over here on my chair, but I've already opened them and got rid of the boxes. So yeah, we're just gonna look at the books. So first I'm gonna start out with what I got at Barnes though. So we have the King of Wrath series, the 3 of them. These are by Anna Huang. So I've heard good things about these. They're a little spicy. It's like a billionaire romance from what I gather. Yeah. So I got those. And then I decided to try the Ice Planet Barbarians. So I got the first 4. So this is by Ruby Dixon. So that one's the first one. And then second, Barbarian Aliens, Barbarian Lover, and Barbarian Mine. So I'm gonna try those. I've heard that they're a good time, so. And then I got the Magnolia Parks series. So like, I've heard good things about these as well online. So I actually got these 3 at Barnes & Noble, but they didn't have the first one. So I ordered this one off of Amazon, which these are the new covers, but this is by Jessa Hastings. So I've heard that it's like Gossip Girl-ish, so I'm really interested in these. It'll probably be a little bit before I get to them, but I'm excited to read them. So first one is just Magnolia Parks, and then I think the second one is the Daisy Hastings, and then we have Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home, and then Into the Dark. And I think I'm missing one. I think there's another Daisy Hates one. So if there is, drop in the comments what it is so that I can get it. And then let's see. So I got this one I got from Amazon, Daughter of No Worlds. I've heard good things about it too. It's by Carissa Broadbent. So I just got the first one, and eventually I've got them on my wish list, but eventually I'm gonna get the rest of the series. So I got that one from Amazon, and then back to Barnes again. So I got Heartless by Marissa Meyer. So this is kind of it's about Wonderland and Alice in Wonderland I love, so I had to get this. So I got that, and then I found this one. It's called The Girl Who Could Move Shit With Her Mind. So this is like a sci-fi type book. So she's got telekinetic powers. The government is like using her to do missions that normal people can't do, and then a body turns up, and so she's trying to like clear herself, I guess. And then we got, so I've had Touch of Malice for a while. For some reason I thought that was the first in the series a while back, and I bought it. So these are like Hades and Persephone books, or like retellings or whatever. So A Touch of Darkness, I believe, is the first one, and then we have A Touch of Malice, and then there's A Touch of Ruin and A Touch of Chaos. So I think the Touch of Chaos just come out recently, but while I was there I got those. And then I'm gonna make another video about this, but I got these next books as a like don't judge a book by its cover type thing. So like, I normally would not have picked any of these books up just from their covers, you know, because like I'm bad about that, where I'm like, ooh, pretty cover, I'm gonna read this. So these are all ones that I just don't care for the covers, but And whenever I got them, I just looked at the cover. I did not read what they were about, except for one, which was in the horror section, because I seen like a little blurb on the back, and I just like kind of wanted to see what I was getting into. So this is A Feather So Black, which I've seen that this is like in, like I follow this blog where like it gives spoilers on what the books are for like all the book boxes. So this is coming in one of the book boxes, but I don't think it's one that I have. So this says, in a kingdom where magic has been lost, Fia, I'm just gonna say Fia, I don't know if that's how it is or not. Fia is a rare changeling left behind by the wicked fair folk when they stole the High Queen's daughter, Ella. It's E-A-L-A, but I'm gonna say Ella. And retreated behind the locked gates of folk realm. Rather than leave Fia an outcast, the queen takes her in and trains her to be a spy. When a hidden gate to the folk realm was discovered, Fia is tasked by the queen to retrieve the princess and break her curse. Accompanying Fia is Prince Rogan, her dearest childhood friend, and Ella's betrothed. As they journey through the forest of the folk, Fia's mission is complicated by her feelings for Rogan and an unexpected attraction to the Fey Lord holding Ella captive. Soon, Fia begins to question the truth of her origins and the reality of her mission, but time is running out to break Ella's curse, and unraveling the secrets of her past might destroy everything Fia has come to love. So this was in the romance section, but it sounds like it's like a romantasy. So I kind of got like one book from each genre. So this was my romance selection. So we're gonna read that, and we're gonna see how all these books stack up to, like, you know, what I normally do, picking the book by the cover. So this one was I believe I think this was the sci-fi. Yeah, so this is my sci-fi choice. It's The Offset, and it is by Kuldrick. Not even gonna attempt to say that last name, but I'll hold it up there for you. So this says, it's your 18th birthday and one of your parents must die. You are the one who decides, so who do you pick? So this offset is been introduced so that they don't keep having babies. So basically, the runaway daughter returns home days before their offset. Which of her mothers will she pick to die? The one she loves or the one she hates who's working to save the world? So this one sounds really interesting. Like I said, I didn't read the back before I bought them, so I waited till I got home, but this one sounds really good. And then I got this one that is like the YA fantasy sci-fi-ish. So I didn't realize that this was number 4 in the series. I didn't see that down here in like blueprint that kind of blends into the background. So I'm gonna have to go and try and find the first one, but it's called Undivided by Neil Shusterman, and it says, Proactive Citizenry, the company that created Cam from parts of the Unwound Teens, has a dark military plan for him, but below the surface of that horror lies another shocking level of intrigue. Proactive Citizenry has been suppressing technology that can make unwinding completely unnecessary. And then it's different characters from the other book, they work together and stuff, but like I said, this is book 4, so I'm gonna have to go back and find the first one, but normally this type of cover wouldn't have picked up. So this one is the only one that I read the back, so, or well, I read the inside, because on the back I read this little blurb that says, what a compelling, terrible beauty this novel is. My heart was breaking even as my skin was crawling. So I was like, oh god, skin crawling, what is it? So then on the little inside here, basically there's a guy working at a meat processing plant, which they no longer are able to eat animals because of a disease. So they start harvesting humans. So this guy works in the the meat processing factory, and he ends up getting a live person there one day and kind of gets to know her and discovers that like he starts feeling bad about what he's doing. So sounds really interesting, really messed up, so we're gonna check that one out. I'm planning on doing these over the next few months, and then like I'll keep you guys filled in, and I'm gonna do a whole video on these. So did I say who? No, I didn't say who this was. So it's Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Bazterrica, maybe? Something like that. So the next one is called With Teeth, and this was like the adult fiction choice. So this one I'll hold up here. It is by Kristen Arnett, and so this is basically, it's a lesbian couple, and they have a son. So the son is just like a little hellion basically, and the one mom is home with him all the time and like trying to learn how to deal with him. The other mom just like isn't really there much. So then he starts getting physical. It doesn't really say how old he is on the back, but yeah, then the son starts like acting out and getting physical and aggressive and stuff, and so it's just a story about her dealing with that. So this one is the adult fantasy choice. It's called Thistlefoot, and it is by Jenna Rose Nethercott. And so this is like a brother and sister inherit a house, but it's like a magical house that has like chicken legs, and then they like start discovering secrets of their family and stuff, and the house like walks around and all. It says a sinister figure known only as the Long Shadow Man has tracked it to the American shores, bearing with him violent secrets from the past, fiery memories that have hidden in Isaac and Beltane's blood for generations. So this thing starts following them. So I'm interested in this. Like, I never would have picked this up because it kind of looks like a kid book to me, but it was in the adult fantasy section, so we're gonna see how it goes. And then which I've heard from somebody that is good. So the last one I have was like in the YA fiction section, so it's called That's Not What Happened. So this cover's kind of plain and stuff, and I really would have never picked this up, but it says, it's been 3 years since the Virgil County High School massacre, 3 years since my best friend Sarah was killed in a bathroom stall during a mass shooting. Everyone knows Sarah's story, that she died proclaiming her faith, but that's not true. I know because I was there when she died. And like, that's all that I'm going to read at the back, but that sounds really good. So hopefully, most of these sound really interesting, so hopefully they're all good. And like I said, I never would have picked these up had I not like made this challenge for myself, so I'm excited to read them. I did order Where's Molly by H.D. Carlton from Barnes & Noble. They did not have it at the store, but they ordered it for me, so that's supposed to be here like today or tomorrow, but the shipping's not updating, so I don't know when it'll be here, but I do have that also. So next, I'm back to TikTok books. So this whole stack here, let me get it turned around, is all the Dragon Kings series. So like I said, I found this on TikTok. My whole chair's spinning around now. So it came with like this little like card here and like a little coupon thing if anybody wants to order these. So it's by Kimberly Loth, and so these are all like, this says that it's books 1 through 5, so like they're all massive, but so this first one says, the Dragon King accidentally marked and claimed me, a mere human. I hate his guts because he looked like my ex, and there are rumors that they were related. In my defense, I didn't know he was a dragon shifter king. I didn't even know he was a dragon. But now he's dropped all his responsibilities to only pursue me. I've done everything I can to avoid him, but he's everywhere. School, work, and he even showed up when I was taking a hike alone in the woods. I told him to get lost, but he won't listen to me. Now there's a dragon war breaking out and he needs me. I'll help him, but only because I want to help the dragons. So these, like I said, these are massive, but I found these on TikTok and they sounded really good. So the second one is, I don't know if I showed this up close or not, but there's that. Okay, here's the second one, which is books 6 through 10. And I'm not gonna read all the backs of them because some of it kind of spoils a little bit. So this is 11 through 15. And then 16 to 20. And it looks like we got some different couples on the fronts of these. This is 21 to 25. And then this is 26 to 30. So these will be probably a slow process reading them since they are so thick and chunky, but they sound really interesting and I want to get to them. I love like shifter stories. So, okay, so the next ones that I'm going to do came in, I don't feel like digging all those back out. So I did a blind date with a book thing, and I'll like insert some footage of where I did like my TikTok unboxing so that you guys can see all the goodies that I got. But they came with so much stuff. I got book mail. So this is a blind date with a book, and I ordered 2 of them. So this first one doesn't say which one it is. Oh wait, yeah, it does. Fantasy White Shoes. So we've got a scrunchie, and it comes with tabs and a pretty little flower bookmark. And then we've got like a highlighter, and oh, that's another like little bookmark that you can, like a bookshelf one. We have a magnetic bookmark, a pen. Is that what's in there? Okay, and then we've got some tea. Got some stickers, some passion tea, a couple little more stickers there. Oh, these are the clear Post-it notes. Okay, and then let's open her up and see what we got. Pack Promised. So I like werewolves and stuff like that, so hopefully this one's a good one. And then number 2, we've got some more stickers and the clear things again. This one we've got hot chocolate in the floor and another scrunchie. Some bookmarks, which that looks like Alice in Wonderland, and if you can't tell, I love Alice in Wonderland. So we got that. And this one is a dark romance. I'm trying to get all this stuff out here. I didn't realize it came with so much stuff, but I'm excited. Okay, so we got another one magnetic bookmark and a highlighter and a pen. And then this one, this is a dark romance, so oh, we got more tabs too. Oh yes, I've been wanting to read this, but they didn't have it at the bookstore, so I got Does It Hurt? So I've seen so many things about this, and yeah, I'm excited to read this. So that's all I got out of my mystery box, and this is from Paperback Matchmaker is the name of the company I ordered through TikTok. So the first one I got is like a paranormal or like fantasy romance. So it's called Pack Promised, Thrown to the Wolves, and it is by Jay Kirsten. So this is like a werewolf romance story, which I love. Pack Promised, it says, I lost my faith in humanity a long time ago after seeing how far people will actually go out of their way to keep pretending that everything's fine. You coming here gave me a little bit of hope that I finally found someone that would prove me wrong. So if you're going to ruin that by only showing up because you feel like you owe me something, I'd rather you leave. I'm not some saint simply because I didn't walk away. That's supposed to be the damn bare minimum. You're the one that went through hell, not me, and if anyone deserves some kind of kindness, it's you. I don't deserve praise or presents, nor do I want them. You want to thank me? Then see me. Like I saw you. That's all I want. So that's like a quote on the back of it. And then the second one was like a dark romance is what I chose for the second like trope or what, yeah, whatever you want to call it. So I got Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. So this one I've seen all over the place and it sounds really interesting and I've been wanting to read this, but they didn't have it at the bookstore when I went, and now I'm glad that they didn't because I got it in this box. So I'm so excited to read this. Does It Hurt? It says, who am I? I've forgotten the answer to that question long ago. Ever since I ran from that house, so desperate to escape, I left with only the clothes on my back and socks on my feet. After that, I've only ever walked in stolen shoes. Could I be a girl who's searching for the meaning of life in faceless men? They were all so forgettable until he came along. He took me under the waterfall and made me forget my name, and in return, I took his instead. And then it says Enzo. And I can never say this damn word. Enigmatic man that will only ever love the deep sea, or rather the predators that inhabit it. It turns out he's not so different than the monsters he feeds. He lures me onto his boat like a fish in the ocean, seeking vengeance for my crime. Had I realized his intentions and that massive storm would leave a shipwreck, I would have run. Now I'm a girl who's seeking refuge in a decrepit lighthouse with a man who loves me almost as much as he craves me. He wants to hurt me, but the old caretaker of the abandoned island may have intentions far more sinister. It's no longer a question of who I am, but rather will I survive. So then I got, also from TikTok, Anne Marie Meyer, The Inn on Harmony Island. It's the moment that Harmony Island has been waiting for. The reading of Charlotte Kane's will. After I returned to my small hometown 6 months ago to attend my estranged grandmother's funeral. I swore I would never go back. That is, until my grandmother's lawyer calls me up. If I don't return to Harmony Island and fulfill my grandmother's stipulations, the generationally owned family inn will be turned over to the state and sold off to the highest bidder. My grandmother's rival and the mother to the man who broke my heart, Missy Willis. I'm not sure I'm strong enough to return home, but I also know I can't let Miss Willis win, so I packed up my belongings and head for North Carolina. I'm determined to stay distant, living in a small cottage next to the inn, and keep my head down. But in a small town where everyone knows your name, that becomes difficult. Soon my past catches up with me, and I'm faced with the history I've buried for so long. Just when I reach my breaking point, Miles, the single dad living at the inn, swoops into my life to rescue me. He was my protector in childhood, my enemy in my teenage years, and now I'm not so sure, especially when his love for his daughter is contagious, or the way he looks at me when he doesn't know I see him. I'm so confused, I want to run away like I did in the past, but I can't. And when Miles touches me like that, I don't want to. Luckily, I find a friend in Abigail, the local bookstore owner. She's the only one of the residents who doesn't know about my past and seems to be looking for the same thing I am, a place to belong. So I found this one on TikTok as well. It looked really good. So it also came with like a little thank you card, and then the back has I'm guessing, yeah, her different books. So I don't know if you can see any of that. It's tiny print. And then we've got like a little bookmark here, like a bookshelf. And it's got some little tabs in the bottom of it too. And then we have some different stickers, and I like that. Bookmarks are for quitters. So we got all those. And let's stick all this stuff back together. So then we'll jump to throwing everything. Okay, so these I had been wanting for a long time, but never had bought them. So it is the Blossom in Winter set, and so we have Blossom in Winter is the first one, and this is an age gap romance, so like if that's not your thing then you won't want to read these, but Lured into Love is the second one, and then Lured into Lies, Defying Eternity, and then we have The Happily Ever After, and I guess these are like little novellas, and this is like considered like number 5, but there's 4 of them, so these are all by Melanie Martins, and it did come, my chair keeps spinning on me, it did come with like her little card there and a bookmark, and then a little thing for her new books, which I'm very interested in as well. So got those, and then I kind of got my goodies all mixed up here. So next I got the it's called A Fae Fantasy is the series. Storm of Chaos and Shadows is the first one, but I'll show you. We got some artwork. So on that side, and then her on that side, and that one, and that one, and then this one. So they all do all have like little quotes and stuff on the back, except for the one that was double-sided. So we got those, and then it came with some tabs. I think these came with this. I'm not positive. Like I said, I got my goodies mixed up, but I think these came with this. So first one is Storm of Chaos and Shadow, and it's by C.L. Breyer. So here's that. So this says, only the strong survive among the Fae, only the cruel. Alara's instincts have kept her alive despite the growing viciousness of the Fae realm. Since the enchanted storm decimated her family 7 years ago and forced her to care for her younger siblings, Alara craves an escape from the ghost of her past. When the charming general of the last human stronghold offers her the chance to act as a spy, Alara discovers a trail of embers and ash, along with her own awakening darkness. As the mystery of their enemy unravels, her yearning for revenge ignites. Alara must control her inner shadows and uncover the foe destroying their world, or watch as the remaining cinders of humanity are extinguished forever. So these I also seen on TikTok and seen like the authors post about them. So that's what got me hooked on them. So the second one is Storm of Blood and Vengeance. And since these are, you know, like books in a row, I'm not going to read the backs of all of them. So Storm of Death and Darkness is the third one. And then Storm of Mist and Monsters. So that's those. And then I got these pretty books. So these came with, we got a little baggie full of stickers. I did get like some kind of pin and stuff with the last books. So one of these, like this has like a diamond on the end and then like a highlighter. So like one of those came with the other book, but I don't remember which one. So we got like a little magnetic bookmark and like a little thank you card and a bookmark. And then I got more stickers. And then like a little personalized thank you note from her. So these are Remember Me by Kristen Marzullo, I think is how you say it. So they're so pretty. I love them. And they're signed. And most of these TikTok books are signed, and I forgot to show you guys, and I'm not going to go back and do that, but they are mostly signed. So this says, after 2 years of not speaking to her family, Mia Davis, a 25-year-old relationship advice columnist, receives a wedding invitation in the mail from her older brother Todd. Despite telling her boyfriend Ethan she's going alone, she secretly RSVPs yes with a +1. Once back in her hometown, Mia is quickly bombarded with memories of her life before she left, as both Todd and her dad treat her like no time has passed at all. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for her mom, who's still holding tightly to the pain of Mia leaving her after experiencing a tremendous loss that no one seems to want to talk about. As Mia navigates this new family dynamic and struggles to figure out where she fits in, she leans on Jake, the ex-love of her life. The ex-love of her life. Why is my voice cracking? The ex-love of her life. In a bold but not so innocent effort to make amends with him, she invites him to the wedding. To her surprise, Jake's presence brings up emotions she thought she'd never feel again, and her plan of keeping her cards close to her chest quickly unravels. Mia soon realizes that mending old wounds is harder than simply saying sorry. After searching for answers to forgiveness in those around her, and finding they were right in front of her all along, she admits she's not the expert on love, loss, and healing. Before returning to New York, she must choose between Jake and Ethan, find a way to redirect the anger and blame she feels towards her mom, and decide if she's strong enough to integrate her broken past into her unfolding future. So, that's book one. And then we have Loving You. And then this one is Always Us. So I love the butterflies on the front. And like I said, all of these are signed. So yeah, and that is everything. So I finished that video of all my unboxing, my book haul. And I realized I had one stashed away. I forgot about it. So I got a new subscription box. It's quarterly, but I also ordered 3 of their past boxes on the website. So it's from Phoenix Crate. So like I said, I've already opened most of these because I did TikToks. I combined all of the goodies that I got in those 4 boxes into one, and then I've got all my books here. So I got 3 different soaps, and they're all by the same company, Bud and Bee soap. So we got all those. It came with this little thing, it's zinnias, it's a little flower pot starter thing. And then we got a pin that says, "My courage always rises at every attempt to intimidate me." That. It came with a little mask. And then we got like a fabric bookmark. And then this is like a little, it's a necklace, but it's a little like teacup and saucer. I don't know if you can see that or not. We got, I think it says, yeah, pomegranate green tea, which I'm not a big tea drinker, so I'll probably give that away. But got a couple little stickers, some artwork, which reminds me of like Mulan or something. This is Moonscript. This is one of the books. And then We've got, so one of these boxes says June 2024, and it says water. Yeah, so I'll keep that to the side. So this is the Fair Folk, and it's a bookmark. This says The Lord of Dreams, and it's another bookmark. And we have just like a little business card, another little business card. That one's cool on the back. We've got a little like notebook, like a little tiny notebook that says, "It is not the strength of body that counts, but the strength of the spirit," and that's by J.R.R. Tolkien. So it's a little notebook. Got a little thank you note there. This one says September 2023, a little creepy. I'm going to keep that one to the side too, because I don't really know which box is which. I only got 2 cards for them that explain, so we'll just kind of eliminate from there. But this is also like a little chain. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just like a little, I guess like a anklet or a bracelet or something. And then this came in one of the boxes. It's like Cinderella retellings, and it's like a little pumpkin cart thing. And my mom loves Cinderella. Her name's Cindy, so I'm going to make that and take it to her. So that's all the goodies. I'm going to get into the books now. So, like I said, I've got all these mixed up, so I don't know which one's which, but, let's see. So this one is from September 23, so it's got Moonscript and 70 years the elven prince has been lost to the darkness, assumed dead by his people and endlessly broken for a book that connects to the hidden world of his ancestors, a world untouched by evil, and now a light in the shadows, a chance for freedom, but those willing to help him come from the unlikeliest of worlds. The orphan girl yearning for a loving family and the boy who won't leave her side. A healer maiden given an unexpected chance for life beyond narrowed expectations, a grieving creature flown far from home. They all search for something and now their fates are tied to his. If their quest for life can pull him from the dark mire in which his soul drowns, and perhaps he can be saved, or else he will drag them all down to a fate worse than death. So that one sounds really good. And then let's see, the other one that was in that box is called The Widow and the Beast. Oh, here it is. So this one's like a bit thinner, and oh, they all have like little signed, throwing them. Okay, the battery died. So I was trying to say that these all come with little signed bookplate things. So that one was from the Moonscript. And then The Widow and the Beast is, says it's a prequel to the Kingdoms of the Fairy Path. And I'm assuming that it's like a Beauty and the Beast type thing. So we've got the signed name thing there. That one also came with Deathmark. This one says, "Purple spur and silver thread, waste away until you're dead." Are you coming to join the video now? Yeah. So, necromancers infest the land of Aldereth, fueling a dark plague that always kills its victims. For Nell, it's more than a story told by travelers. The Deathmark claimed her family and fated her to a life of servitude. When a battered old hag collapses in her arms, suspicion swirls through her fear-governed town. Could Nell be a carrier of the plague? She decides to flee rather than submit to prying authorities, but not without trouble. The Deathmark dogs her footsteps, and her best escape might lie with a reclusive man who knows far more than he should about the curse. So that one sounded pretty good, and the cover was pretty. This one's by Kate Stradling. The Widow and the Beast is Alice Evenia, and Moonscript is H.S.J. Williams, since I didn't say those. So that one, like I said, was the September 2023 box, and yeah, and then the 3 books. So that's what came in that one. And then, so the other one that I have the thing for is June 24, and it came with Things Unseen. This one actually has signature inside. And it says, history student Aria Forsyth studies lead her to dangerous questions about the Empire's origins. A mysterious man named Owen, impervious to the winter cold, further unravels the safety of her world as she thought she knew. At first, Arya believes Owen is human. He says he's not. What if they're both wrong? A moment's compassion draws her into a conflict between human and inhuman, natural and supernatural, and she begins to discover the secrets of the Empire, the Fae, and what it means to be human. So this one sounds pretty good. And then it came with Fell Beast and Fair, a Noble Bright Fantasy Anthology. So this one's also signed by the C.J. Brightly, who edited this. So this is a collection of fresh new fantasy voices and award-winning authors explore grief, hope, sacrifice, and heroism, rediscover the best aspects of classic fantasy, the noble bright ideas that made heroes heroic even when the world grew dark around them. Thieves, dragons, nightmares, fairy warriors, pukas, enchanted bear men, and other magical creatures will delight you in these unique tales of possibility, courage, and hope. And then it's got a bunch of different authors. So on that page, I don't know if you can read that, but there's a bunch of authors listed there. So I'm not even sure. I know these two came in the same one. So this one's called Kingdom of Cinders by Deborah Grace White. And this says that it's a book 3. So I need to find the other books, but it's like a Cinderella retelling. And then this one here is called The Reluctant Godfather. That's got, there's that, but it's just a little bitty tiny book. So there's the cover of it, and that is also like a Cinderella type book. And then I think, I'm not sure which other one came with these because there's so many. Maybe this one, The Stolen Mayfly Bride. So it's got, there's a little signature card there. So this one is, oh, I didn't say who this one is. I'm so bad about that. So The Reluctant Godfather is by Allison Tebow. And then The Stolen Mayfly Bride is by Sarah K.L. Wilson. And this one's about Faye, and it sounds pretty good. The seer, ripped from her family, drowned and set into a magical cage. She lives only one day a year to tell fortunes for her former people. And then the king meets her and sees her as a resource he can use to save himself from his enemies. So that sounds pretty good. It's just a little short story too. So then I think those came together, and then the rest of these came in what? I'm really not sure. I don't remember. So this one's called Rain Through Her Fingers. Rabia Gale, I guess. And this says it's Brighton, 1824. She thought she'd be safe in Brighton, but then the sea rose up and flooded the city. Now fish dwell in submerged ground floors, mist breathe in her ruined houses, and fairy creatures roam the watery streets. Trapped in an attic for several months, protected by small enchantments, Elaine's supplies are running low, but she doesn't dare risk danger outside. Until the night, her hiding place is discovered by a roguish treasure hunter who brings trouble in his wake. Forced into the open, Elaine must finally confront her past, battle an old foe, and protect the family legacy that brought her to Brighton in the first place. So that one sounds pretty good too, and that one's like another little short one. And then we have, oh no, this one's signed on the inside there. If you can see it, my light's washing it out really bad. Okay. So this one's called The Windward King, and here's the book plate thing. And then this one says, oh, I didn't show you the cover. And it's by K.T. Ivanrest. He can change how he looks, but not who he is. All his life, Shara has struggled to keep up with the rest of his shapeshifter clan. A poor shifter with little talent and even less confidence, he excels only at inadequacy. When his determination to prove himself results in the brutal injury of a clanmate, Shara flees his home in shame. Taking refuge in the human capital city, he resolves to be as inconsequential as possible until the Prince Regent is abducted days before his coronation, and Shara is forced to take his place. Thrust into the world of controlling advisors, scheming pirates, and calculating dignitaries, Shara fumbles through his royal duties. His next mistake could spell disaster for the entire kingdom, but he may also be the only person capable of seeing beyond old prejudices to the truth of the prince's disappearance. But if he's going to stop a war, find the prince, and return to his life of invisibility, he'll have to rely on the one person he knows for sure he can't trust, himself. So that one sounds really interesting. And then we have The Killing Fog by Jeff Wheeler. So there's a little book plate. So this one says, she awakened the dragon of night, and now she's destined to defeat it. Survivor of a combat school, the orphan Bingmei belongs to a band of mercenaries employed by a local ruler. Now the nobleman and collector of rare artifacts has entrusted Bingmei and the skilled team with treacherous assignment. Brave the wilderness is dangerous to receive the treasures of a lost palace buried in Glacier Valley, but upsetting its tombs has a price. Eshion, Emperor of the Grave Kingdom, ruler of darkness, dragon of night, has long been entombed. Now Bingmei has unwittingly awaken him is answerable to a legendary prophecy. Destroying the Dark Lord before he reclaims the kingdoms is of the living is an inherited mission. Killing Bing Mei before she fulfills it is Eshion's. Thrust unprepared into the role of savior, urged on by renegade prince and possessing magic that is her destiny. Bing Mei knows what she must do, but what must she risk to honor her ancestors. Bing Mei's fateful choice is one that neither her nor her friend. Bing Mei's fateful choice is one that neither her friends nor her enemies can foretell, as Eshion's dark war for control unfolds. So that one sounds pretty good too. Awakened dragons and stuff. And then the last one is The Illuminated Heart, and it's by Thea Van Dippen. Deepen. There's a little signed bookplate thing. And so this says, the path to healing is never what we expect. Dagny's only brother, Kaj, is dead. He died of illness before his life really begun, and Dagny blames God for it. About a week after his death, Kaj comes back as a Dragur, I think that's how you say it, a creature intent on the ruin of those that it had known in life. With his unholy power, he kills the crops, causes their animals to go insane, and brings them to the brink of starvation. Every single member of Dagny's village, convinced that the family has brought this curse upon themselves through sin, leaves them alone to die. Then one day, a polar bear arrives at their door with a proposition. Give me your youngest daughter, and I will make you wealthy. The adventure that follows thrusts Dagny into a world where the supernatural intrudes on the natural as a matter of course, where she must act without any assurance of safety, and where she must decide whether to throw away all she believed and finally trust in for the first time. So that one sounds cute too. It's a little short one. So this is kind of a mixture of thick books and small ones, but it's all like indie authors, like people that I've never heard of before. So that really piqued my interest there. It's all stuff that you normally don't see. So these all sound really interesting. Like I said, the one Cinderella one, it says it's the third book, so I'm gonna have to go back and try and find the previous ones before I read that, but they all sound really good and I'm excited to have them. And I just thought of another book that I didn't show you because I shoved it up on my shelf. So this one is, this is The Fae of Rueth, I believe, and it is by Emily Blackwood, and this is another one I found on TikTok. This is an omnibus of is it 5 of them? So here's the signed page there, and then each chapter has like little a little illustration at the top. They're all the same, it looks like. I was trying to see if there is a thing. I don't remember how many books this is. Yeah, so I think this is 5 books. So here's the back of it. It's a big chunking thing, but like I said, it's 5 books. So we did get like a little art print, and there's another one that came with it, but I think it's still up on my shelf. It must have like fallen whenever I pulled this out. So okay, now that is truly my whole book haul, and I'm just like double checking, make sure I didn't forget anything. So that's all I've got, and I'll see you next time.